Hey guys, it's Dan and Tom here from the TableTennisDailyAcademy.com, and in today's video we're going to give you 5 key secrets to make you become more consistent in table tennis.
Yeah, that's right. Our main focus in this video is to cut out those unforced errors and make you an all-round, more difficult to beat player.
Let's get to it.
Okay, so straight in with tip number 1, and that is making sure your shots are not too long and overextended. We want to keep nice compact strokes to allow for a good recovery. Okay, so let's have a look at an example. If my swing is too long, what happens? So I do one backhand, one forehand, long swings. Very easy to break down. Consistency is not good, so we want to shorten those swings down. Let's have a look now. One backhand, one forehand, compact strokes. So I'm finishing in front, not allowing my follow through to be too long, and my consistency is already much better. I'm lower because my swing is not dragging me up, and I'm staying forward in the shots and keeping that quick recovery.
Tip 2, and that is feeling the ball. Learning the art to this will really make your game a lot more consistent. You'll have more of a quality touch on the ball, more lighter feel. Avoiding that thick contact will really help you with your consistency. So if we take a look at my forehand stroke to show what I mean here with this feeling, we're looking to brush the ball, we're looking to develop that quality and spin. And it's spin here that's going to make the ball dip onto my opponent's side. So when I've done the top spin ball, the ball's going to fly over with spin and make the ball dip onto the table. That's what's giving me the consistency. If I hit the ball thick and flat, however, the ball's going to go straight.
There's no arc over the net, there's no safety. So what we want is that dip in the ball. We want the ball to be traveling up and down to give you that margin, that air over the net, which is going to obviously improve your consistency.
And to create this, you want to be brushing the ball. And I like the term brush, don't rush. It's a good way to remember it. Let's just take a look. So if I'm going to just brush the ball and feel the ball, not hitting the ball too hard, but coming on the back of the ball, brushing upwards, and that's creating that arc effect, bringing the ball onto the table. So all your strokes, you want to be playing with this spin brush effect, and that's going to help your feeling long term and give you that consistency.
Yeah, feeling's one of those things. It's not the easiest thing to learn. It does take time to develop, but it's getting that soft touch on the ball, maintaining a loose grip with the bat as well really helps, so you're not too firm on the ball. You're brushing across, fine contact, very light, and as Dan was there, very relaxed.
A nice way to develop this feeling and touch on the ball that we're looking for is thinking about how you're going to develop that spin. And if you're struggling with that, this is a really good little exercise. So Tom, if you feed the ball to me.
I'm going to roll it across the table for Dan.
And for me to get that ball over the net, I've got to spin it. I've got to brush into the ball to take it over and bring it down. If I hit the ball flat and thick, my bat's going to hit the table and the ball's going to go into the net. So that's a good way of developing this feeling and spin shot.
And that leads us really well into tip number 3, which is keeping the same plane of movement on your shots. Now what we mean by this is not adjusting the bat angle, allowing it to turn as we're coming through the shot, whether it be upwards or downwards. Once we've got our bat angle fixed, we want to maintain it, keep the shot on one nice even plane, and again, same on the backhand side, keeping that plane the same all the way through. So what I mean by this, if we have a look at my forehand topspin, as I come through the ball, my bat angle isn't changing as I strike the ball. It's also returning back to that same position, which means the shot is all on one nice even plane. So let's have a look what happens if we do end up altering the plane. So what we see sometimes is players coming through and the bat turns over, it comes over or it lifts up, and that makes the shot very difficult to replicate. It means you're not getting a good contact on the ball, and actually if we're turning the bat either over or up, it makes the shot very difficult to recover and the consistency will drop.
So tip number 4 is being on the balls of your feet and staying low. Now a lot of players I see and coach really don't do this enough. Flat-footed, and it's hard to move. If you're on the balls of your feet, weight on the front part of your foot so you're leaning forward. You then can play nice and efficient strokes and get behind each ball. If you're too upright and trying to play the shots, you're going to be reaching and lunging. It's going to be very hard to get the quality in the ball, and you'll most likely break down and miss. So being nice and low, be able to get behind the ball and move your feet well to recover. Let's take a look. So Tom, I want you to play me anywhere on the table. I'm going to stay nice and low on the balls with my feet.
Okay.
And I see I can get behind the ball.
All right, let's have a go.
So it's allowing me to adjust quickly, being consistent, and I'm looking for that spin. And if I stay upright and higher, very difficult, hard to move. So bending the knees, stay nice and low on the balls of your feet. And what is key is you're able to make those small micro adjustments on the last minute to be able to shift and play the correct shot.
Okay, and last but not least is game plan. It's really key that you go into your matches and your tournaments with a set goal in mind or a set strategy that you're sticking to. If you're not thinking about any game plan or particular tactics, it can become very random and your shots will break down as you're not actually focused and determined on a particular outcome. So really important that you go in with a structured game plan.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, Tom. I think a lot of players tend to not have a structure and a game plan, and they may go back from the table and take the ball late or take it early and do different styles, which is not making them be consistent. The more you practice a structure and the more you have a game plan will make you more consistent.
And the best way to go about this is understand your strengths and weaknesses. You've got to understand what you're good at, what you want to get into play, and also what you want to avoid. So, for example, it could be your backhand spin is really effective, so you need to figure out serves that set you up for this shot, or perhaps you're weak on that side and you want to avoid that. So understanding your strengths and weaknesses and going in with a set game plan and tactics can really help you be consistent and more decisive in your gameplay.
Okay, today we're 5 key tips and secrets on how to improve your consistency in table tennis.
It was Dan, and there's one more thing that can really help this consistency, and that is the correct timing. We recently released a video on how to get your timing right in 3 effective drills, so be sure to check that out in the links in the description.
And guys, don't forget to head over to the Table Tennis Daily Academy by clicking the links below, where you can access a wide range of videos to improve your game.
And we also have our Coach Corner feature where you can get your game and technique analysed and receive feedback from myself and Dan on how to improve your game.
Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel,